Hola mi gente, this is your co-host Yessie. Stay tuned for this week's topic and don't forget to tune in every Wednesday for new episodes. Well, bienvenidos everybody out there who's listening. So, before we get started, we do want to say that every Friday.
Every Friday.
Yeah, every Friday we're going to be going live
on Instagram.
Karina, give them our Instagram name.
Our Instagram, Ready or Not Latinas. Here we come.
Yeah. So we're just gonna go on live, and pretty much you're gonna see the ¿cómo le dicen?
Behind the scenes. The BTS. Girl, I'll be like, why does that say BTS? Like, what does that mean? And then my daughter was like, it's just behind the scenes. I was like, como estaba en ese tiempo el K-pop group BTS, and I was like, oh my god, they did a collab with BTS, and my daughter was like, no mom, that just means behind the scenes.
Don't worry, sister, that happens to me too. There's certain things that like short that are short like that, like
abbreviations.
WTM. At first, I was like, what the hell was that?
WTM?
When my bestie messaged me that, I was like,
¿Y qué?
What's the move?
Oh my
God. The heck?
I literally was like, huh?
So what's the move? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, like what's the move? Like
tonight?
what are you doing? Like what's gonna happen? What are we gonna do? So yeah, man, I felt so stupid, guys. I was like, fuck. That was embarrassing.
A mí no me sacan del LOL.
Yeah, same.
IDK.
Yep.
OMG.
Oh, sí.
Esos son los míos.
Eso, me too. I say, oh my God, for everything.
OMG. Like, y yo el LOL in the beginning and the end of the sentence.
For real. Then I go back and I'm like,
do you
fuck.
really laugh? Are you
Yes,
really
I am really laughing.
Me too. Especially when I text like so many O's. I'm literally like, so. Literally.
Do you laugh when you're like texting something really funny? Like,
yes, girl.
Como recently I sent a TikTok to Jessica.
Oh, yeah.
Have you showed them that
Bro,
one?
no.
I should have sent it in a group chat.
Oh my god, it was so funny, especially because the name of the girl was Jessica.
Yeah.
So she's like, Jessica. And I was like, oh my god, that is hilarious.
Is Jessica.
Yeah.
Did you send it on the group chat?
No.
No,
she
mandé, because I was cracking
Put it on the group
up.
chat so we
I'm
can
gonna send it.
Yeah.
And it was so, it's like the perspective del novio si se te muere la novia.
Ajá.
Okay,
And then I said, ¿no que no tenías amigos? Mira todos los que están aquí, and I don't know what the fuck.
Oh, hell
Te
no.
pusiste esa camisa que sabías que no me gustaba, or something like that, just to despite me. Ya te veo. Cuando me muera, quiero que se pongan esta camisa porque makes him mad.
Yeah.
Girl, I was
hell
No,
no.
luego dice, y cuando llegue a la casa, voy a sacar el chingado Ouija board y vale más, Jessica. Vale más
que me contestes.
Oh, hell no.
He was bien tóxico. I was like, damn. But yeah, like, it was funny. What was the point
have
of
you
it?
seen the one? Have you seen the one about the friend?
What friend?
Oh, yes, I've seen that.
It's your ex. It's your ex.
Adivina quién está aquí.
Yeah, and it's like, you're not leaving without me. It's like, bro, you're hugging all the fucking casket.
No, hell no.
That would be
hilarious.
Oh my God.
Guys, les voy a contar algo chistoso que me pasó ayer. So, we're at work, right? And my coworker, obviously he's front desk. So he has to go through the voicemails of, from when we were in lunchtime. He just goes over voicemails, whatever.
Yeah.
So he's going over the voicemail, right? I guess he had missed from last, no, not last. It was from like a Monday, which was my day. I guess I wasn't in office. I missed a call, right? Tell me why this man left a voicemail in Spanish, and he was like, "Ay, ya faltan 15 para las 5. No, ¿cómo dijo? No pinche contestan. Nunca contestan. Y luego las pinches muchachas ahí de enfrente son bien pinches huevonas."
What?
I swear to God, he left that. Y luego, he knew he left the voicemail because then he was like, oh, sí, déjales, voy a dejar mi número. And he left his phone number, right? He's like, a ver si me llaman para atrás. Pinche gente. Like, dude, I was like, what the fuck. I called him.
Mm.
I called the patient. No me contestó. I'm like, fucking bitch. Vale más que no me hayas contestado. No, but yeah, that shit
¿Qué le
was
ibas a decir?
hilarious.
Aquí le está hablando la muchacha del frente que,
Que es huevona.
huevona.
Sí, güey. Y si viene, le voy a decir, no, ¿cómo he estado? Muy bien. Digo, no, sí.
Aquí
estamos huevoneando. A ver cuál es su reacción. Oh, pero sí me lastimó mi corazoncito. Porque no soy huevona.
Bueno, hablando de corazoncitos.
Ajá.
The topic for this week is
De corazoncitos.
de corazoncitos.
De amor. All types of different all
How do we know
different
who we love?
love.
Or how do you know if it's love?
That
Yeah.
one.
How do you know if it's love?
Yeah.
To me, honestly, love, it's not just of, oh, I love you. It's like,
Yeah.
I feel like if you say you love me, the number one thing that I know that you love me is respect. I feel like if you respect me, that is automatically, I'll take that first and I love you.
No.
Okay.
You feel me?
Okay.
I
So-
believe the respect first,
Yeah.
then, and I love you.
Okay, so without them telling you, just by respecting you, you already know they got love for you.
Exactamente.
But then again, okay, but there should be a little bit more to that.
Yeah.
Like, just because they respect you, I mean, bueno, es que también, like, we're all different.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The three of us are all different. We see differently. So
Yeah.
I kind of see your point.
Oh, and by the way,
obviously,
I don't want to interrupt, which I am going to interrupt. Joanna's not here. We didn't
yeah.
address it.
Sorry.
She's working again the night shift, the afternoon, the evening shift, whatever you call it. Yeah, so shout out to Joanna, the hard worker.
we love you so much. Keep working, baby. Get
Yeah.
that money.
And tune in every Wednesday, please. So,
Okay,
para que no esté
back.
perdida, you know.
Oh, sí,
Estamos
perdidas. Okay, back to our program.
Back.
Back to a program. Beep. Pues, ¿verdad? Pues yo digo respect y ya luego lo demás cae detrás. O
Okay.
sea, that they care for me, that they...
Do you apply this to
You.
the person that's your partner and also like your regular friends?
Yes,
Female
I would
and
consider.
male,
Yes,
like-
I would. That goes for everybody. That
For
goes for
everybody.
not just
Okay.
my partner, but my sisters, my friends, my cousins.
Okay, but how did you put that in perspective when it comes with your sisters? Because también uno, like,
well,
We don't
for
be
my-
respecting each other.
yeah, like
Okay.
in some ways. So
So I would
No,
say, wait,
like,
what?
It depends, because the respect, I feel like we respect each other.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
I mean,
you
we
love
call
me.
each other bitch and fuck and
no, pero
you're
cuando
stupid,
okay,
but
so
it's-
like as sisters, because I have sisters as well.
Uh-huh.
A veces you tend to get on their bad side.
Yeah.
So when that happens, do you see that automatically like they don't love you?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, if you disrespect... Okay, look, let me tell you something. Yes,
Not
if you
me feeling
disrespect
No,
me...
but I mean, like, if I'm mad, if you're not having a good day and you're like, what? Does
Yeah.
that mean that I don't love you?
No, that's
Oh.
not disrespecting me. What
Oh,
I
you
mean
mean disrespect.
disrespecting.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
like
okay.
I feel like
Pero Karina,
once you disrespect me, you don't love me, you don't care for me. Because obviously, if you disrespect me, you did something that's gonna hurt me. You hurt my feelings. You hurt something like
Okay.
you don't love
so
me.
do you apply that as well when you do it to somebody else?
Yeah, I try to. Yes,
So
common
when
sense,
you
I try to
disrespect
respect.
them is because you don't
You
love
don't-
them.
Yes.
But how can you go from like I love you today, but if you I
Like-
won't love you if we're in an argument, but then I'm gonna love you again. Like, do
'Cause
you get what I'm
you-
where I'm coming
Yeah,
from?
but
You and Joey do disrespect each other.
well.
Not as
Exactly,
often,
and I'm
but-
not gonna lie, and that's when I be question. I be
be
like, damn,
question-
this bitch love me. This bitch got my back, or she don't got my back. Because what
Okay,
she
so
just
you
said,
question it.
Yeah, I question
And
it.
y'all
Hell yeah,
talk it out.
Yes, like okay, yesterday, it's okay. It was a stupid argument, but whatever. Yesterday, because I love her and I respect her and I want her to be up there, not down there. Yesterday, so she lets my uncle borrow her room when he comes from Mexico. He
yeah,
came.
yeah.
She knows the routine. As a responsible person, you know you gotta take certain clothes out. Your work clothes. My baby got 2 jobs, so she gotta take her basically she has to take clothes out for 3 days, right?
Yeah.
So you know this happens every month. She comes in, we're getting ready for work. She comes in, she was like, "Hey, I'm not gonna go to work today because I don't have I don't have my uniform. It's in the room and I don't want to wake anybody up." I said, that is the stupidest reason for you to miss work, for you not to get money. That's dumb. You know that you should have took your clothes out. So don't come to me. You're not going to go to work. Like, why would you miss work for that? That's stupid. You're not sick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You should have took your clothes out. So me as loving you, I'm going to tell you what it is. It's for real. Why are you going to miss work for something so stupid?
No.
For not being prepared.
Yeah.
Okay.
And look, and if I didn't love my sister, if I didn't want to see her at the top, I could have been like, okay, that's fine. Stay home.
Yeah.
So you got into an argument and then you
because I
felt
want to
like,
see her win. You know what I'm saying? And she got upset because I was kind of like being like hostile, like, what, you're gonna miss work because of that? Like, oh my God. But I was yelling, but it's because, you know, with certain things like that, just be like, come on, man, like, up that way. Like, if you miss work, you're not gonna see that in your paycheck. You're not gonna see that money. Then you're gonna be struggling. Then you're gonna be like, fuck, like, damn. You're gonna have to like basically be on a budget when you could have went to work, had that extra bucks, and not be on a budget.
No.
yeah, I get it. The thing that I'm just like shook about is like that you think because in the moment you're not seeing eye to eye with that person, that it's automatically like they don't love you. Like, that's where you need to understand that not everybody's gonna be eye to eye with you.
Of course.
You know,
But there's
that doesn't mean that they don't love you. It's just because everybody's so different. We're all different.
But it's different. Like, of course, if we're not eye to eye, that doesn't mean she's disrespecting me. That just means that we're not looking at things.
If it comes at you
through
in
the
a disrespectful
same.
way.
Yeah, it has to be disrespectful. Like, if
so
Jessica's
you mean like
chair,
something. Okay,
yeah,
go ahead.
like it has, like, okay, example to me, like how you're saying it, like if we don't see eye to eye, like if I did something and she doesn't approve of it and she tells me like, hey, that's not right, that doesn't look right, do better. I'm gonna look at that as, okay, she wants me to do better, bro.
But you don't. But
What do
you
you mean?
don't.
I
And in
do.
the moment, you're not gonna see it like that. In the moment, you're gonna be
Because you're
angry.
mad.
but I do though.
Depending, because what you're saying, if I come at you like, bitch, like, blah, 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 then you're like, okay, she's being disrespectful.
Not being disrespectful, you telling me what it is.
No, but if I would come at you disrespectful, then you're like, okay, she doesn't love me.
Yeah, not that she doesn't love me. I would just be, well, basically, yeah, I would be questioning it. I'd be like, damn, does she sees me like that? Does she love, this bitch love me? Because if she would love me, she would. But this is where I'm talking about.
Okay.
I don't think I would do that because I would be like, a person that loves you would not let you walk around like that. You know what I'm saying? If you did not love me, you'll let me walk around doing all these mistakes, not telling me, not trying to set me through the right path. You would just let me run loose, booty naked. You see, es que sí es un poco diferente, pero sí, yo
es
así
que lo
como
miramos
que,
diferente.
Sí, yeah, I see it that way. I don't know. To me, that's just love. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's just love. Respect,
So what? Like, what happened? Okay,
So and not letting you walk out booty naked.
Exactly.
Don't let her walk up.
Like the other day, I was wearing this outfit, right? And my mom's like, Karina, you gonna wear that? I was like, yeah. And she's like, why? You can see your ass. Like, I can see your underwear. And I'm like, nah. She's like, yeah. I'm like, it's fine, mom. Like, you know, fuck it. You know, I don't have the best body out there, but I'm like,
but you're feeling yourself.
No estoy saggy, like, estoy young. Fuck it. Aunque esté enseñando un poquito lonjita, like, it's okay. I can show that now. But when I get to my 40s and 50s, I can't show that shit. If
Maybe you can. If you're still good.
But not if I'm fat and saggy and shit.
Oh my God.
So, you know, she was like, she said, sí, mami, te ves bonita, pero no se ve bien. ¿Cómo voy a dejar que vayas así caminando? Luego la gente te va a estar criticando, los viejos se van a estar mirando, te vas a sentir rara. Mejor cámbiate para que no te sientas
so
rara.
You don't get a physical altercation.
Yeah, so I was like, damn, mom, you're right. You're not gonna have me out here you're not gonna let me out here walk the streets like a crazy fucking prostitute.
So you felt that she loved you in that moment.
That she cared for me, yeah. Like, she was looking out for me.
Yeah.
Like, damn,
Okay.
she not finna let me out.
That's a good
looking
example,
wild out like that. That's what that's what I was trying to. Yeah,
That's
that is love.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I get that. But it's just a little bit confusing that for you to think when it comes to family, because I would apply the same way that you just applied. I would apply it to any acquaintance or friend like that. I would apply automatically. Like if you disrespect me, then there's no love there.
Yeah.
Like we're not gonna
like if
hate it. But con family, I think it's a little bit different. You know, like actually, let me take it back.
It is, but it
applies, yes, in certain ways. Yeah, but if your relationship is the majority of the time is good, like, you know,
and then I wouldn't be questioning
then
it.
don't question
Exactly,
like if the majority of the time it is always good, like that.
Yeah. Can I say something? I actually learned that with time now. Like back then, I didn't see that as love. To me, love back then meant like, I especially when they say I love you, and then it's just then giving me attention or being there for me, giving me attention, spoiling me,
como cosas
materiales y también diciendo la palabra I love you. Yo pensé que eso es nada más, pero no es nada más eso. O sea, son más cosas. Sí. So for your case, for you, what is the love like?
How do I know they love me and how do I love them? And to me, the love es igual como en el modo que se están portando conmigo. Not automatically the respect. It's just like si yo miro que in a way que tú me estás complaciendo, or like we go 50-50, like it's not always just you. It's always like, hey, do you want to do this? Or hey, I was thinking about this, do you want to come with me? Like que siempre te estén incluyendo, you get me? And especialmente in like the hardest moments of your life, like if they're there, no me tienes que dar nada, no me tienes que comprar nada, simplemente de compartir ese momento donde estás pasando algo de lo más peor o lo más duro que te ha pasado, like just with you, your presence being there and you asking if I'm okay or checking up on me, or that shows that you love me.
Okay.
You get me?
Yeah.
And that's where I automatically be like, okay, I'm with this. Like, I know that there's love there. But I think I tend to confuse a lot igual. Como que I'm more like, with time I've changed. Porque cuando estaba chiquita, I felt like if you didn't hug me or if I didn't feel like un cariño from you, I automatically thought, well, there's no love there. You get me? Like I always thought about it.
I can see that. Okay.
But as I grew up, it's like, no, there's more to that. They don't have to constantly be
all upon you
or all upon you to show that, you know. But it is hard because when it comes to kids now, they're at that point where they want to be all up on you. Yeah, all up on you, and if you don't, they automatically take it like you don't love them.
Exactly.
No.
You know, and it's hard because I'm at the point where I feel like I don't have to be all up on you, but to them, we had to be all up on them.
Yeah.
You get me?
So everybody gets different love. Like the kids get different love than you would give your partner.
Oh yeah.
Or your sister. Or
you have to show it differently.
So it's different. So now I know why you were questioning my respect, because it's different. It falls in different categories, like not categories, but the love is different. Levels. You know. So now I know why you were questioning me. Because at first I was like, why is she questioning me? Hello.
She was like getting you have them like this girl.
Hello. No, pero sí.
And it's so weird because I'm like trying to like put my thoughts into like I need a little notebook to get my thoughts together. First, something that you said that you were like, if somebody's there for me, like in my hardest times, but if I'm being completely honest, I feel like it's really easy for someone to be there at your hardest times.
Exactly.
So that really, to me, that doesn't mean that you love me.
Yes, ma'am.
Really?
Yup.
Because let me tell you, where were you? Like, you don't always have to be with me at my bad. You have to be with me at my goods too. Like just at regular schmeglers times. Yeah. Because if you're just here when something bad happens to me, at that time you don't see. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's so easy for me to not see that because I'm having a hard time. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it, but
yes, at that moment. Okay, at that moment. But if you stay, it's take a step back, you're gonna see it afterwards. Be like, oh shit, you know, they were there at that point.
I know what you're saying.
But I don't know how to explain it. But
anybody can be there for you while you're going through a
you know
hard
why
time.
I'm questioning it though?
Yeah.
Because yo no soy hipócrita.
Okay.
You get me? So for me, like if I'm there, it's because I really genuinely want to be there.
Well, claro.
You get me? Like
Yeah.
I don't show up. Like I've done it once, and I think this is a good topic for our next topic of regarding family. But I've done it once in my life, and I felt disgusting because I'm more of a person where like if I'm gonna do it, it's porque me van a hacer del corazón y voy a estar ahí. You get me?
Yeah.
So to me, that's why I questioning it, like no, like because I'm thinking everybody's the same like me, like whoever's gonna show up on your hard days is because they want to be there
but that's not the
for
case
you
for
to
everybody.
lean. I get like me.
Yeah,
Everybody, I
yeah,
feel like because I'm like this, everybody is like that.
Yeah, because imagine
right.
okay, so let's say that someone passes away very close to you, right? That's when you see everyone that comes to your house and everybody's around you. Everybody wants to hug you and tell you and this and that. But that goes away
As soon
like the next day, nobody is there for you. Like to me, and I guess people have to live their lives because obviously they're not going to be next to you. But to me, that's the easiest part, just to come when that happens.
To show up on that time.
So to me, that just stuck to me when you said that. I'm like, but that's the easiest. That's the easiest time to be next to someone is when they're going through the hardest.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we lived through it a little bit, you know. So yeah, it's just like I explained it way better ese rotito. Pero sí, como que si tú estuvieses ahí en las malas y en las buenas, entonces yo veo el amor. Pero si tú nomás estuvieses en las malas, then I question it.
Okay.
It's not like, oh yeah, you love me. And another thing, I'm gonna get a little deep. Okay, so I feel like I never knew what love was, and when I was very young, I thought I was in love.
Okay.
But I feel like it wasn't love. It was just like, you know, I had this thing where my dad always used to tell me, oh my God, you're never gonna find someone to love you because you're fat or because you're this or because you're that. So when someone like paid attention to me or looked at me a different way, or you know, like
they noticed you,
they noticed me, I was like, oh my God, they love me, and I have to do everything that I can to keep it that way. But as I grew up, obviously, and I was like, what the fuck, that's not love, because obviously that person takes advantage of that. And they're like, oh my gosh, she's so nice, like she does whatever I say, or like, oh my God, I'm controllable. So yes. And that fucked me over for the longest, and I still feel like I mean, obviously I know that I love you, but it's just like, how can I explain it? It's just so hard to explain your feelings. You know what I mean?
It is, because no nomás es una cierta cosa, se involucra más como your loyalty.
Your respect.
Así como dijo Karina, tu respeto y todo incluye en uno, pero
yeah, but definitely have to work on that, because that's not love. Just to have someone there because I can't do this on my own, or it's for the kids and all of that shit. I feel like I had to grow up to know, oh my God, I'm in love, like this is what love is. But
¿Cómo supiste que estabas enamorada de tu pareja? ¿Cómo supiste que ¿Cómo supiste en ese instante cuando dijiste, wow, esta es la persona?
Oh, yeah, that's questionable.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go.
I wanna wait.
A ver, ¿quién?
Oh my God.
I'm gonna go. Okay. I didn't find out I love someone until I let them go.
Como el dicho, no sabes lo que tienes
hasta que lo pierdes.
Okay.
Eso fue cuando yo en verdad yo dije, no hombre, yo en verdad amo a esa persona. Yeah, because
¿y por qué no te diste cuenta en el momento?
¿Por qué no me di cuenta? Porque estaba ciega, porque me había perdido. O sea, me perdí. En verdad me perdí. Like, mi mente yo no estaba...
You were not ready for it?
Yeah. No, it's not that I wasn't ready for it. No. It's not that I wasn't ready. I just lost... I basically, like, lost... where I was looking at, I basically like stopped looking that way, and I like ended up looking other places besides there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where I was. Like I lost, me salí de mi carril, ¿sí me entiendes? Y cuando me salí era tan difícil para que yo regresara. O sea, yo sabía que yo quería a esta persona, pero no como ahora. Now I can say like that was the love of my life. Why do I say that? Because then I look back now, I look back at things and I'm like, damn, this person, I did so many things to this person. Like I back to back, year after year, and they were still there. Like they would put that behind them and then be like, no, I want to be with you. I'm willing to put that behind me to be with you. You feel me? And I didn't see that till later. I didn't see like, damn, this happened, forgiven. This happened, forgiven. This happened, forgiven. This other thing happened. He was there for me. This other thing, like, you know what I'm saying? And that's when you're like, how many times does it take somebody to forgive you? You know what I'm saying? If they truly don't love you, if they truly don't want to be in your life, they're not going to forgive you. They're going to be like, fuck you, goodbye. You know what I'm saying? So that person stuck around hasta lo último. Hasta lo último, hasta cuando ya no pudo. So, si me entiendes, ahora cuando ya es diferente, now it's switched. Now it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know what I was doing. And I was like, nah, like, it's too late now. Like, now I'm too hurt. I tried too hard that now I just can't. Like, you hurt me too much. I'm even scared to go back. You know what I'm saying? So it's like...
How do you feel when you hear that?
How do I feel? I feel horrible. Like, I really do. I feel like, damn, I lost a very good... Like, I was set for a very good opportunity here. Like, not an opportunity, but I had something here. You know what I'm saying? And for me to let it go, it's like, damn, now it's the what ifs, what ifs, what ifs. But you know what? I was stuck on that for a very long time. Like, I was very grouchy, and I was just so unhappy with myself because that happened. Because I let something go that was so special and so, like, so real for me that...
Sure.
It's just, there's no way of going back. But now, honestly, like my mom always told me, if it's for you, it's gonna be for you. And if it's not, then it was never yours. You know what I'm saying? It was never for you. So I'm living on that. I'm living on time and just living the best life. You know what I'm saying?
Sí, porque puedes encontrar otra persona que de verdad te complementa, like, it really completes you.
Exactly.
You get me? Like from top to bottom, like.
Yes. And I have a lot of faith. I have faith that maybe that didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I had to lose something. At the end of the day, like, I feel like everything happens for a reason. And as long as I'm good right now, today, you know what I'm saying? Like, as long as I'm good today, I'm happy today, that's all that matters. Tomorrow, pues, quién sabe? You know what I'm saying? So, but it's hard. It really is hard.
You know, talking about that, my partner, he said something, because we were in a conversation with my sister, and we were talking about, like, when we were young and all of this, and something really funny happened. My sister's like, oh, so you didn't love my sister. We were talking about when we were younger, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I didn't love her because I hurted her. So I didn't love her. And then she's like, oh, you heard that? And I'm like, and in ese momento, no sé qué, que like it clicked with me. And I was like, wow, like, me hizo sentir like a certain way, because I was like, he realizes that. Like, él mismo se dio cuenta, like, he didn't love me. Y yo siempre le peleaba, like, arguing back and forth, like, there's nothing there, you don't love me, because a una persona que amas, you're not gonna put them through all this bullshit.
No les vas a faltar al respeto.
Exactly.
¿Ves?
Or like
¿Ves?
all of this, all
Like
that,
this?
así todo, ¿verdad? That's what always in my mind, right? But for him, and then it was always like, no, I do, right?
Yeah.
But I knew in the back of my head, like, the fuck no. And for me to have heard that from him, like, it just made me feel like a certain way, like, wow, like, he realized that. And I kind of came to like a completely, como que entre mí misma, I felt like, okay, I closed that chapter. Like, I knew what was going on, and he knows it too. And then he's like, now I do. Now I love her. Now I love her because I know how to love myself as well.
Yes,
so I was like, that felt so good, because now we're at a spot where, like, we're like, okay, we know what we want, and that is what it is. And I'm like with Jessica too, like at first I didn't knew what love was. I thought that I loved this person, right? Because I saw something so, like, I never saw a loving couple that was never around me. You get me? So to me, any person that would come and tell me, just by telling me, hey, I love you, I believe that shit. Like, oh, he loves me because he said it. You know, like, I felt it. But it was not like that. It was more to that. And as I went through the relationship and all the drama, like, I found I knew what I wanted, and I found what I like. I knew what I wanted and what was the respect, loyalty, and all of this, because I was given that. So I always thought in my head, like, si yo te doy todo esto, if I give you, if I'm providing this for you in this relationship, then you should be able to bring it back to me.
Of course.
Know? And if that's not being done, then you don't love me. And it is true, because it is always 50-50. So, like, to me, I always known who I loved. The issue was on the other side, like, for them to have realized that, like, do they love me? You know?
And sometimes people just realize too late. Like, in my case, I feel like I realized a little bit too late. I didn't realize. Like, I didn't see it. You know, I was just blinded. Until the end, I wanted to recover it or get it back, and it was just too late. Sometimes it's just too late for certain things. You know, sometimes they dicen, no es muy tarde, but algunas veces it does it is.
And sometimes we even though we're so hurt, we stay because we're all estamos como bien aferrados a que it's gonna get better. It's gonna get better.
But we can't stick to that, because that's what kills us the most. Because I'm not gonna lie, I was like that. It was a good point where I was like, no, lo voy a esperar. No, I'm gonna get my family back. I'm gonna get it back. I'm gonna get back. But you can't be on that, because let me tell you, I was like that, and the more that I kept, like, aferrándome que eso iba a pasar, lo más me deprimía, más me sentía más horrible. So I'm like, bitch, you wouldn't have been going through this if you didn't want to be watering some other fucking grass when you had it right there. Your grass was. It's like your grass was green, Karina. You just stopped watering it. So it dried out for a little bit. Instead of you trying to go buy new grass, you should have just watered it y echarle un poquito de abonito, un poquito de amor, sazón. Pero no. Ahí quería ir.
Karina quería ver el pinche pasto de allá de aquel lado, que era como San Agustin. She wanted San Agustin grass.
Easy. Pero nah, it's all right.
What about you, sister?
I don't know. It's so hard.
It's hard because you're not there yet, or because
it's just that it takes me, like, a lot. I don't know how to explain it. It's hard to explain my feelings.
But you know when a person doesn't love you, though.
Of course.
How do you know you love a person, though? I was researching, and there was a study done, I think, by a psychologist. Okay, so it's a little bit different. This applies when you're interested in a person. How do you know that you're getting attracted and you're starting to love this person? So one way to figure it out just by body language is if you remember this person, but you only want to see their face, not their body. Like, if you're so focused on, like, wanting to see them again because you want to see how they're laughing, how they're smiling at you. That's, like, one of the many signs. I think there's, like, 5 signs where you can tell, like, you're really in love with that person. So what's your love language?
The fact that we're both just staring at her, like, hello.
Like,
she's feeling the pressure.
I don't know, like, to be honest, like, I've never, like, experienced, like, no me pongo a, like, a checar, like, pero yo creo que es que no sé cuáles son. I know it's gifting.
Como que te gusta que te acaricien, que te...
No me gusta que me acaricien.
To do things for you. Oh my God,
my son's like, bitches, y'all need to hurry up.
I know. Like, do you know. Or like if they do stuff for you, that's what I like.
Okay, this
when they do things for me, I feel like, oh, you love me.
Yeah, I think
wash
without
the dishes.
asking.
I was like, ooh, they love me. They wash the dishes
without asking.
Yeah.
Because if I have to ask you, if I have to tell you, hey, hurry up, let's do this, let's do that, then no, like, I feel like
you're just nagging.
Yeah, like, I'm just nagging. I'm just being a bitch. Yeah. So definitely when people do things, when my husband does things without me asking, which is not a lot. I feel like he's really ¿cómo dice? Like, very machista.
Okay.
Like, he's like, okay, I work all day, you do the rest.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like
that's
and,
usually a household of
a Mexican people.
Yeah,
Mexican.
So
And
we
like,
say Mexican because we're Mexican. That's all we know.
yeah, and it's always been like that. Like
Okay.
I'm like, but this is the thing that I'm like, okay, how does a man's brain work? Because
Yeah.
I have worked in the past, obviously,
Uh-huh.
and then I still have work and everything
And
else.
yes.
How does the fuck
exacto.
does that work?
How does that equal?
Yeah,
But
exactly.
their excuse is que ellos ganan más dinero.
Exacto. Ya, es que quién gana más dinero.
But that's the thing. Like, why should one be higher? It should be equal. Like, yeah, we both work.
Yeah,
We both do this.
And I feel like that's another thing. Like I feel like that also goes within the love thing, you know, because I feel like se desgasta la mujer, and you're like, okay, like, and you start questioning the love part because it's all like routine, and you do your part and I do mine, and blah blah blah.
Yeah, like como que de tantos años que estás con una persona, you don't know how to distinguish if it's love
or
or
it's just like
part
this
of-
is what we have. Like
yeah, this is how it's supposed to be.
yeah,
Pero es
but
por lo mismo que nunca miramos a good example of,
yeah, of
what
course.
a relationship should be.
Yeah, and like I said, like I feel like at the beginning it was like that. It was just like, oh my god, this person likes me. Like, oh my god, like nobody else is gonna love me, you know, kind of thing. But not in the beginning. But you know, when you first have that like a young thing and going on, and then you're like, oh, okay. But then you find someone that is like, okay, that's how it's supposed to be. You know
Sí.
what I mean? Like, oh, like it wasn't like I don't have to like do things that I'm not comfortable with to prove to you that I love you,
Sí.
you know?
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
I get
so it's just hard. Like, I don't know. Like, to me, it's very hard to like talk about my feelings or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But I just know that I love my kids.
Sí, porque eso es genuine love, like que te sale, te nace.
And like, you don't even know the person. You don't know your
Sí, no.
kids when
yeah.
you're like pregnant or whatever.
Sí, like,
And you love them already.
Sí.
So it's just so like, es otro tipo de amor.
sí, es totalmente diferente que ni uno lo puede poner en palabras.
Yeah, it's like different than your mom, because obviously
Sí.
you know you have that the love of mom and the love of like your partner and the love of your kids and
Your
you know
friends.
your friends and all that stuff.
Yeah, sí, es
So
cierto.
different.
Sí, es que más aparte de que somos todas diferentes,
Yeah.
expresamos el amor diferente,
Yeah.
and we expect love to be returned in a different way because, like you said, like we have it differently. Like, I know that you love me because you do things without me asking in a relationship, right?
Yeah.
But in reality, it applies. Everything else that applies to is like you gotta be there. Like for me, like you gotta be there for me, good and bad times.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
like we all have different
Types of
types of.
and it's like in some people and like como dices, hay gente que sí, like the forma que tú los quieres is by giving them things, and you know there
I
is
hate the
people.
person that thinks that I don't love them because I don't gift a certain type of gift.
Yeah.
Or
That's
que no,
foul.
right?
Fuck.
Right?
Yes,
o
that's
que te
foul.
doy un regalito. I mean, what if I give you a fucking Dollar Tree gift?
Yeah.
Are you gonna look at me less or think that I love you less? It's like
A lot of people
que la-
think like that.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
that's pretty
And-
fucked up because sometimes we don't have the money.
Yeah, and I feel like to me the thought
It's
the
what
thought
counts.
that like the thought that you thought about me
Exactly.
and that you took your
Let me-
hard-earned money
Let me tell
to
you.
think about me.
I'm gonna say something. Una vez, well, varias veces, ¿verdad? Pero una vez Jessica no estaba aquí for my birthday. And I felt like I wanted to cry because she didn't send me a message or nothing, but she was in Mexico. And I was like, this bitch could have sent me a message on Facebook or something. But then, no, when she came back, she brought me a Frida Kahlo box for my jewelry. And I was like, oh, she does love me. She did thought about me.
You know, that does happen a lot though.
But I always expect, like,
'Cause
hey,
if my
sister,
friend
happy
doesn't
birthday,
text
a
me-
little thing. Like, I always
No,
expected that.
and like
But when this bitch didn't say nothing to me, I felt offended.
I feel you.
No,
It happens.
and like I felt like that for this year Thanksgiving, because we always try to beat one on like Mother's Day, New Year's, Christmas,
Yeah.
anything. And I was like, oh, she hasn't said anything.
She's not thankful for
And
me.
then, girl, and then I'm like, I'm gonna send her. Let me send her. Like, oh, like, or maybe I was like, you know, at the time I was like, no, like, I'm gonna beat her. Because sometimes, you know, most of the time she beats me at it. And then I'm like, oh no, I know why. After I had wrote and she just sent me this, I went out on this huge paragraph and ella nomás, no me acuerdo que me había dicho, but it was like 2 words or something.
I was like, I love
and
you, and I'm so thankful for you. I said something.
Yeah, she said something like that. And I was like, oh, ya me acordé why. She's not celebrating Thanksgiving this year.
No.
But yeah, there's little things like that that I'm like, question.
But sister, you gotta know I'm growing, and my characters, mi carácter se está evolucionando igual. You know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
And basically, she's, how do you say it? You're gathering more information of how
About
the
life.
world is life. Like,
Yeah.
you learned that thing about Thanksgiving and you don't roll with it. You don't like it. You're not going to follow it. You're not going to be a follower. You're going to do your own thing, what
Yeah.
you believe.
Mhm.
And that's part of growing. Like,
Yeah.
that's part of you.
Mhm.
That doesn't mean that I don't love you. Or
Yeah.
I'm thankful. I'm very thankful for you.
Yeah.
People
Now
just
I
be
know.
changing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I
But
wish
yeah.
I wish I was on this mindset back then. Maybe I wouldn't
Right.
have fucked up so many things. And you know what? That's what
Damn.
Joanna told me the other day.
Yeah.
What'd
She was
say?
like, damn, sister, I really wish the love of your life would see your mental state, like how you think right now. Like, damn,
how you've grown.
how you've grown. I wish that person can just see how grown you are, how you think now. Like, damn, you guys
Yeah.
would have been good.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
yeah, but it's not like that. But
and,
it's good.
and it's so true, because I feel too, like, if I would have been in that state of mind 2 years ago, I think all the bullshit that I went through, I wouldn't have went through it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
It
this
takes
is the
time.
thing, guys.
And 2
That-
years ago, I was, how old am I?
32.
I'm 32.
Yeah, you're about to
Oh,
be
I'm
33.
so I would have been in my 30s, girl. Ooh,
But this is the thing, guys. Just because you've grown in a mindset doesn't mean that your partner has,
or another person.
another person in your life has. So sometimes you would have still went through the bullshit because
of the other
the
person.
people
other
around
person.
you.
That's
or
true.
the people around you. And sometimes you just can't change that, because I feel like everything happens for a reason.
Es cierto. That's
and
so true.
You've become who
Yeah.
you've become because of that drama or
Because
because,
of all
of
the-
that issue.
That is true too. That is
Yeah.
so true. Because
So
you
I
don't
kinda
feel like
built
if
you.
you would
Yeah.
not have, if you would not have went through what you have been through, you would have not.
But
been
maybe
the
I would have
person
been a better person than this if I didn't went through that.
Seriously,
That could be true,
that
too.
that should be happening
Damn.
to me. Where I'm
That's
like, damn, why wasn't I thinking? Like you said, why wasn't I thinking this way 2 years ago? I would have been
Correct.
here. I would have been that. Da, da, da. But
Living the best life.
everything happens for a reason, baby. At the end of
Yeah.
the day, we're gonna see what was the reason. We're gonna see what's up. You
Yeah.
know, I used to be a big fan of thinking about the future, which
Yeah.
is good. It's always good to think about the future.
Mhm.
But let's just say it. Now everybody thinks the same. Now
Yeah.
everybody's gonna
Yeah.
think like Karina now.
Exactly.
But I feel like there was a big moment where I was so stuck on my future
Yeah.
that I would set myself back.
Yeah.
I would focus so much on it that I would sweat. Like, not sweat, but I would sweat it so much. I would be like, fuck. Like, if I wasn't doing something that was
You're
getting me
not-
to my future, I would start stressing.
Yeah.
I'm a failure. And that's where I would.
you haven't even
I'm
been
my
there yet.
biggest critique.
Yeah.
I criticize myself like no one else in this world. Y'all bitches think y'all criticize me. Y'all bitches think I'm sweating y'all. I'm sweating myself.
Yeah.
I'm my biggest pressure. I'm my biggest bully. I really
that
am.
is true.
So
we're the biggest bullies.
I'm like at a point where I like thinking about my future, like tomorrow what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
But así future grande, no
So
tanto,
what?
because
Like-
I feel like if I'm not putting myself, if I'm not setting myself to get there, I'm never gonna get there. It's like I'm gonna
So
be
you
like,
rather
oh,
focus on
mañana,
the
I'm gonna like save all this money to get me a house. I know I want a house. I know
Yeah.
that's what I'm gonna do. But if I'm not going that way, why am I gonna continue to like? It's good
Focus.
to have it in mind. Yeah, that's what I want. But if I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do to get there, pa que chingas voy a estar chingando like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this. Mejor
No.
ir a
so
calladita.
you rather focus on your short-term goals,
Yes.
and like
Okay.
you have your main goal,
Yeah.
but you rather focus your time on the little goals that
So
are
then
gonna
it
get
there.
you to the big one.
Okay, I get you, girl. Because
Sorry.
I was feeling lost. of like,
I know the way I was explaining it, it just wasn't
So
getting
like,
there.
Yeah,
you
but
do have
I
a
get it.
main purpose and you do have a big goal. You just don't focus on it too much, but you focus on the little goals that are gonna get you to that big
Yeah,
one.
because that shit be stressing me out.
Yeah,
I don't know.
get
I guess
you.
my brain works differently because
Everybody- it's 'cause everybody
we're
just
all
thinks the
different and we
same.
handle things differently. That's
Yeah,
true.
for sure.
Well, that's a life lesson right there. Not
Yeah, it
everybody
sure
thinks like
is.
you.
Nobody loves like
Remember that.
not
We-
everybody loves like you. And
That is the hardest thing.
You gotta remember
that's the
that,
hardest
guys.
pill to swallow. That
Yes.
nobody's gonna love you the same way that you give love.
Exactly.
oh my god, yes. Nobody's gonna love like you love them, or
Yeah.
or vice versa.
Or they may love
But
you more
you
than
know
you
what,
love
like-
them.
Yeah.
oh my god, yes,
See,
that
wait,
too.
it's just so complicated,
Yeah.
man. It's a mind
I
fuck.
tend to love hard. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, me too.
Like I love like hard. Like I don't know, like
You're
And
cuando tú when you love cuando tú amas bien machín. Like tú
Exactly.
like
I go, hola, girl.
Yeah,
You got me
same.
there. Like you want to
I
call
wanna
me
get
at
on
3 in the
that.
morning? I'm gonna be there at 3 in
Can't
the
wait.
morning. You know, but I'm
I
always
get
there.
it.
Like I'm always like,
You try to please them way too hard.
yeah. I know. I think this is the way. And I've said it, and I apply it to everything. Like I put myself in the other person's shoes. Like,
Uh-huh.
how do I want to be loved? How do I feel loved? What are the things that make me feel loved? And I'm always putting it in my head. So like when I'm to that person, is like I do this. But then again, you're right. Not everybody views love the same way that
Yeah.
I do. So
Yeah.
maybe what I feel like I'm expressing love to them, maybe it's nothing.
But this is the
Yeah.
thing, guys.
so
we
hard.
have to be.
Damn,
Yes,
this is so
but
complicated, babe.
It's
yes,
a big mind fuck.
But this is
Mhm.
where you focus into like you're a grown up, your partner's a grown up, so
Yeah.
you guys are gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
And talk about it and say, hey, this I love this and I love that, and
Yeah.
just try to speak it, because obviously, like you said, everybody loves different, but communication is above everything, because if you don't know, then you're just guessing, then
See, it's
You
just a
know?
lost cause.
That's just another thing that falls behind the love.
yeah,
Communication.
for sure.
Damn.
And
Yeah.
that helps
a
you,
lot of things.
that helps you love that person, and that person love you the way you
Yeah.
want to be loved.
Yeah.
No estén diciendo I love you just to say I love you. No anden con esas mamadas.
Yeah,
If you really love
let's grow out of
somebody,
that.
it's not just about saying it. It's about like,
Expressing
I
it.
know,
expressing
imagínate
it.
when you were young, and
Bro,
in that
man,
first
I
relationship,
told everybody I love them.
For real.
Sorry
I
to
love
all
you.
my little exes from elementary school and
Ay,
middle school.
you gotta do that.
I'm sorry.
you're like, I love you, and you
Hell
No,
feel
to be
so-
honest, I didn't have that many boyfriends.
I did.
And I
me
never said I
neither.
love you either.
Boy, there was this
Because they
girl.
was never said to me.
No, there was this girl when I was in elementary school, right?
Mhm.
I was going to 6th grade. Yeah, I was leaving 5th, going on 6th. I go to 6th grade. No, I'm lying. This was 8th grade, going freshman year. And there's this cute ass guy. He was like, I would talk to you, but my cousin told me you're a hoe. You had a lot of boyfriends. You had a lot of boyfriends in middle school. I said, first of all, I did have a lot of boyfriends in middle school. Hello, this baby is beautiful. Hello. And second, I wasn't having sex with them. When you have sex with multiple people, that's a hoe. But me dating them, that wasn't, man, I barely even seen these people. I never once went to a movie theater. Nomás éramos novios de going
mani-
around
palabra.
the school, de palabra, de notas, on the
Yeah.
phone, text message, but it was like barely even kissed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
to me, it was like,
But maybe they were saying a different story.
I don't know, but I'm shorty. I just know I messaged her. I was like, wherever I see you, church, grocery store, is on site, bitch. I told her because we were at that time. My mom would pressure us to go to church a lot.
Yeah.
I was freshman year, I was still legit. I'm just kidding. I was still was like, lo que haga tu mamá lo tienes que hacer. So ahí voy yo, and I would always see her at church. That's why I said church, grocery store, anywhere on site, bitch. You just jealous because you never had a boyfriend. Anyways, but yeah, no, but I did say yes. I had a lot of boyfriends.
When maybe you didn't felt it, but did
What?
you feel like because I remember this when we were in middle school.
Mhm.
If you didn't had kids liking you, that meant like
Then you're not pretty.
yeah. Did you
Yeah.
felt that?
Yeah. Did it ever
you felt that
happen to
pressure?
me? No, I
No,
always
did you
had
feel that
boyfriends.
pressure? Like, oh, if I don't have somebody that likes me, I'm ugly. Did you have
Yeah.
that type of mentality?
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah,
damn, I'm
you're
ugly.
freaking
They don't like me. They don't think I'm
crazy.
funny. Like, and I was so like, kind of calladita. I was very shy.
We
But
have different.
about you, sister?
fucking hell no. I didn't. If I'm being honest, I really never thought about.
a boyfriend.
Boys
boyfriend.
liking.
I had a
No.
boyfriend. My first boyfriend. I was in
knew
third grade.
I guess maybe because I'm like, because I had that mentality since I was little. Like, boys were not attracted to me, and I was like, you know,
You were fine with it.
yeah, like to some point.
Mhm.
And obviously, when the first boy that actually approached me, I was just like, you know,
You were losing
and
it.
I gave it all my, I like made the hate, like,
Llevar.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, and that's when all the other issues came in,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
That I'm not gonna lie, like as a grown up, I still have them, you know. I still have my fucking issues, but like definitely, I never thought like that.
Yeah.
And I did have my crushes, and I'm like, oh my god,
Damn.
he's so
Everybody.
hot, he's so cute.
Como
But
todos
no, I
even-
see towards me, no.
No.
And that didn't make me less of a girl, or
Yeah.
like I
Yeah,
wasn't like,
like,
oh,
it
I didn't
didn't
go
play
home
my-
saying, fuck, I'm ugly as fuck. Like, oh my god, like,
No, I
my
would
looks
sometimes.
was never like.
And that was not in your mind.
Mm-mm.
I'd be like, damn, nobody like me. But
No.
no, but look, I
Bitch,
did
you
think
ne-
that way.
You always had someone
have-
that like
yes,
you
that's
all
what I was
the
saying.
time.
No,
But
But
that's
look.
why entonces se te hacía raro cuando habían
Sí,
esos que
no,
nada,
pero
¿no?
sí había,
Okay.
obviously there was like, maybe like the first day of
Obviously.
school, I was like,
Ay.
ay, nadie me peló. But ever since I was in 6th grade, I had an 8th grade boyfriend. While I was in 6th grade, I had an 8th
Yo
grade
creo que
boyfriend.
desde elementary ya
God.
tenía novios aquí.
Yeah, I
allí.
said 3rd grade was
Damn.
I had my first boyfriend.
Exactly.
Third
So
grade.
you've
Y
always.
que, hey, that's
I
not even
know.
a boyfriend, girl. That's like
That's not a boyfriend. That's
puppy love
like
or whatever it's called.
I don't know what that is. But anyways, we're not gonna talk about that.
What?
That's embarrassing.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
I just exposed myself.
Oh no. Pero
Anyways.
yeah, like it's just so different how we live life. A different.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's a mind fuck.
It
Yeah,
It
is.
is.
And
Te
like,
pones
como-
a pensar tan deep sometimes that you're like, you start questioning. They didn't
Yeah,
love
because
me.
I came here like really for sure, like igual como
This was a
Jessica,
great stuff.
and now
I'm
I'm just like
telling you.
doubting everything. I'm like,
I don't
Not
know.
doubting
I
it,
don't
but
know.
you're like your mind's like trying to put some pieces together for you, huh?
yeah, like in the fact, like damn, like I might thinking that I'm showing love, but to them maybe it's not love.
Yeah,
Maybe they
Quien
don't feel
sabe?
love. Or you get me? Like,
Mhm.
and that's yeah.
it's big.
No
Yeah,
más
know what I
eso.
mean.
No más quiero decir before we close that the only thing that messes me up, guys, is that sometimes I feel like society makes it seem like you have to have a boyfriend, you have to fall in love. But I feel like before anything else, love yourself
Oh yeah.
Yes.
and learn yourself and like live life a little. Like you don't have to be attached to another person, you know.
That is so true. Yeah.
I feel like live life, like love yourself.
in all honesty, you're not gonna be able to love somebody if you don't love yourself first.
or if you don't know
If you don't-
yourself.
exactly.
Come on, now it's 2023. That shit's everywhere. Billboards. You gotta love yourself
but
first
sometimes-
before you love someone
Yeah,
else.
but
Pero fíjate que
sometimes
they
I
don't
feel
understand
like
it.
I feel like sometimes people just, you know, they just get involved in society's way to be like, okay, this is how a life goes. You go to school, you go to college or whatever. Some people may live
Have
that
a
life.
career.
Not always have a career. It's just like go to school, go to college, find a man, marry that man, have kids, and that's the perfect life. You're just
Yeah.
gonna live the
Buy a
perfect
dog.
life.
That's fine. But
Exactly.
yeah, you get that.
But
idea.
like, you know, like that's just
That's
the
the
way that
idea.
society has put it. Like,
Yeah, and I
don't
feel like
even
it's
get
gonna
me
stick
into
like
it.
that. It's gonna
I
stick like that
know.
forever. I
I
feel like it's gonna be like that forever.
For sure.
And it just takes. It's only certain people that don't see it that way, and it's the
Yeah.
chosen ones. I'm just kidding. No, pero
en
sí,
serio que sí.
para siempre va a ser así. Todo el tiempo va a haber machismo. Todo el tiempo va a haber hombres que quieren controlar a las mujeres o mujeres que quieren controlar a los
yeah, that's
hombres.
what I was gonna
Eso nunca se va a acabar jamás. Lo que se va a
I
acabar es
know.
la gente.
But
For real.
if I can get to one person and be like, she right, like let me fucking love myself, let me not go into, or si te sales de una relación tóxica, no vayas y te metas a otra,
Otra.
vive
Es que
tu
les gusta el
pinche
Le
vida.
gusta el pedo.
Vive tu pinche vida, conócete, fucking, hay muchos
Travel.
vibradores y se trata de sexo, hay un chingo de vibradores out there. The whole
Hola.
point is that you love yourself more. And like, you know, somebody over here told me that if sometimes love is not just looking for someone, it's something that can come to you. And like, you know, get to you, and maybe that's how it's supposed to be. But don't go out looking, because I feel like
don't look for it. If it's for you, it's gonna show up. It's gonna show up whether when you least expect it, when you least want it. So you know, don't just wait on it. Don't sweat on it. Don't sweat on it. Just live life. Live life.
And YOLO.
Exactly. And with that, I think we're just gonna go ahead and close this episode, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any other ideas or any topics in mind, just go ahead and DM us. Go ahead and give them our Instagram.
That is Ready or Not Latinas podcast.
And then also on TikTok, we are Ready or Not Latinas. So check us out.
I know sometimes there's a lot of people where they're like, I know I don't want to say this a certain way. They're going to think I'm this or that. Nah, bro. Just be yourself. If you got a question, ask it.
All the time.
We all the time.
We human, baby. But stay tuned for more episodes. We love you.
Bye.
Bye.
So this is Jessica,
Joanna,
Jessie,
Karina,
and this is
Ready or Not Latinas, here we come.